Hello, how are you?
I'm good, sir. Welcome to Any News.
My pleasure.
Okay. So, my first question to you is in the five phase of the Lok Sabha election, polling has been conducted almost on 428 seats and 115 seats remain. What are your predictions based on this poll, sir?
Well, 428 seats elections have been completed. And even after the first two phases on the 19th of April and the 27th of April, it was very clear that the Congress party and the India Janbandhan parties were headed for a clear and decisive majority. I think that expectation has deepened after the five phases of the poll. Tomorrow we are going to have is the sixth phase, and on June 4th, you are going to see a clear and decisive majority for the Congress and the India Janbandhan.
Okay. So, you are saying that you are going to win this election. So,
Absolutely. The feedback from the ground, the feedback from our workers, the feedback from civil society organizations, and the nervousness betrayed by the Prime Minister day after day, and the nature of the outgoing Prime Minister, and the nature of his campaign, it is very clear that the Congress and the India Janbandhan are going to get a clear and decisive majority.
So, what do you believe that India blocked chances of this performing better in front of Modi magic? How can it be? So, people are saying that Modi magic is going on as well.
Or
So,
there is no magic. There is absolutely no wave. There is no positive sentiment towards the outgoing prime minister. He's jaded and he's faded. And the campaign that he has launched, particularly after the 19th of April, when it had become clear that Dakshin mein BJP saaf or Uttar mein BJP half. And that is why his entire campaign became a Hindu Muslim campaign. It became a communal campaign. And every day, every interview that he gives, every public gathering that he addresses, it is becoming clearer and clearer that he knows that he is the outgoing prime minister.
okay. Okay. So, but the Congress claims that Hindu Muslim politics is PM Modi's only objective. While the
Only agenda of Mr. Narendra Modi in this election has been Hindu Muslim issues.
But
He's
while the
talking
BJP, so my question to you is, while the BJP claims that the PM Modi works for everyone, what precisely is it?
absolutely, it's bogus propaganda. It is absolutely clear that all he wants to do is to fan communal prejudice, spread communal hatred, use Hindu Muslim issues to polarize the society, to divide society. We are fighting these elections on issues of farmers, of workers, of youth, of women, of Dalits, Adivasis, and OBCs. Mr. Modi is going back over and over again to communal agenda.
Okay. But again, my question to you is will be in the same line, will be on the same line that Prime Minister brought up this Muslim League imprint on the Congress manifesto, the Mangal Sutra remarks, and claimed that Congress will give reservation on the basis of religion. Why do many believe that Congress engages in the politics of appeasement
These
towards
are,
Muslim?
these are the prime ministers. See, the prime minister, even by mistake, cannot speak the truth. He is a jhut vyakti. I mean, lying is in his blood. He does not, it's asatyameva jayate, not satyameva jayate, as far as he's concerned. So he talked about the Muslim League. He talked about Congress giving reservations on the basis of religion. This is absolutely bogus, absolutely false. Wherever reservations have been given, they have been given on the basis of social and economic backwardness. This Constitution of India, Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar's Constitution that was adopted on the 26th of November 1949, recognizes social and economic backwardness as the basis of reservations. In fact, it is the agenda of the RSS and the BJP to completely finish off reservations for scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, and OBCs.
So what is the basis of your claim?
So if you see, when this constitution was adopted on the 26th of November 1949 by the Constituent Assembly, the RSS attacked this constitution saying there is nothing Manuvadi about this. There is nothing about Manusmriti in this. Does not derive inspiration from Manu values, from Manusmriti, from Manu's principles. And this has been the criticism of successive RSS leaders. And even recently, Mr. Mohan Bhagwat, the head of the RSS, has talked about completely finishing off reservations. So, and the Prime Minister's economic advisor, the Prime Minister's various colleagues have talked about 400 par in order to bring about a new constitution. So we are fighting, the Congress party is fighting the 2024 elections to protect and preserve this constitution that was adopted on the 26th of November 1949 by the Constituent Assembly.
So you are saying that you are fighting this election to protect the constitution. Anyways, for the first time, we can see that the Prime Minister Modi has accused the Congress of having ties with Ambani and Adani on May 8 during one of the election rally. He also questioned whether the Congress had received a tempo loads of money from the two businessmen. Why is PM Modi saying this, and what do you think?
I don't have to answer such questions. These are obvious answers. The Prime Minister, he's completely nervous. He is agitated by the fact that his campaign is not getting any response. It is not drawing any positive sentiment from the people, and that is why he is resorting to these familiar lies that he has been spreading all through his political career, bringing in issues of temple, bringing in issues of religion, which are completely against not just the constitution, also against the model code of conduct, as well as various verdicts of the Supreme Court. So the people of India, the farmers, the youth, the workers, the women, the scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, OBCs, will give the outgoing Prime Minister a befitting reply on the 4th of June when the results come in.
Okay, okay. So coming back to the Northeast, considering the Northeast and Assam in particular, how many seats do you believe that Congress will win this time?
I'm not an astrologer and I'm not going to get into specific numbers, but all I can tell you is that our performance in 2024 in the Northeast is going to be a hugely significant improvement over our performance in 2019.
Okay, okay. So, is there any significant loss for the party in your opinion, because a number of Assam Congress leaders have left the party just before the election, and well, there may have been more victories in the seats if you had retained them. What is your opinion on this?
No, people leave the party because they are in need of a washing machine. They need the Modi brand washing powder. There is no greater example of this than the Assam Chief Minister himself. He was desperately in need of the Lotus brand washing machine and the Modi brand washing powder. Some other leaders and people to whom the Congress party had given much by way of position of authority, MLAs, MPs, they have betrayed the party. They are opportunists, and they've gone out of a sense of fear. They have been forced. They have been intimidated to leave. But I can tell you, for every one person who has left the Congress party, there are thousands of youngsters who are waiting to be given new opportunities. So while it is always sad to see colleagues go, it's also true that most of these people who have left are people to whom the party has given everything. Without the party, they would have been big zeros. The Assam Chief Minister would have been a big zero without Hiteswar Saikia and Tarun Gogoi.
Okay. So, coming back to Assam Chief Minister only, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma claims to resolve Gyanvapi and Krishna Janamabhoomi cases with over
Mr.
400 Lok Sabha seats. He
Mr.
listed
Hemant
fulfill the
Biswa
promise of Ram Lalla's return to Ayodhya, the abrogation of Article 370 and Ka. Regarding this, what are your thoughts?
Mr. Hemanta Biswa Sarma should worry of what will happen to him when Mr. Gaurav Gogoi wins the Jorhat seat. Mr. Hemanta Biswa Sarma has tried his best, but on the 4th of June, the people of Jorhat will give a clear mandate to Gaurav Gogoi, and the countdown for the exit of Hemanta Biswa Sarma would have then started. So he should worry that he is the outgoing chief minister along with the prime minister, who is also an outgoing prime minister.
So, coming back to again the Modi's guarantee and Himanta's warranty, do you still believe that Congress will be able to perform better in Assam?
100%, without any doubt.
I will ask this question again. Do you still think that Congress party losing Himanta Biswa Sarma was a major loss?
Absolutely not. He's an opportunist. He has no ideology, no principles. A man who betrayed Hiteswar Saikia, a man who betrayed Tarun Gogoi, a man who betrayed the Congress party in pursuit of his own personal ambitions, in pursuit of his own power, and in pursuit of protection for all his misdeeds when he was minister. We don't regret his exit one bit.
Okay. See, sir, the Congress Mahalakshmi scheme guarantees 1 lakh every year to a woman from a poor family. Conversely, Arvind Kejriwal made a election-related promises of free education, full statehood for Delhi, and nationwide 24-hour electricity. In addition, he pledged to recover the territory that China is said to have taken along India's border. Are these the party line commitments, or have India bloc agreed to both of these?
All commitments are India commitments. They are the commitments of the India Janbandhan. So when the Congress party talks about the Mahalakshmi giving 1 lakh to every woman of a poor family every year, that is a commitment of the Indian National Congress. It's a commitment that the government of the India coalition will fulfill.
Sir, the most important question the viewers would like to know: who is the prime ministerial face of Congress?
I am sorry, that is not what the viewers want to know. This is not kaun banega pradhan mantri. This is kisko milega majority, kis party ko milega majority. Which our elections are not like the American elections. It is not a beauty contest between individuals. We select parties, and parties get a majority, and parties select their leader, and that leader becomes the prime minister. The results will be out on the 4th of June, and in a matter of a day or two, you will see the India coalition would have announced who the Prime Minister of India, next Prime Minister of India, is going to be. I can remind you that on the 13th of May 2004, the Congress party got the majority, and by the 17th, Dr. Manmohan Singh had been announced as the Prime Minister of India. There will be no delay. But I want to reiterate that in India, we are a parliamentary system. We are not a personality-based democracy. We are a party-based democracy.
So what you are saying that you are a party-based democracy, but when we can see that there is a major rift in the Congress party, there is no integration within the party, while the BJP is set to be, can be seen as a more integrated party. What is your opinion on this?
We are a democratic party. We allow multiple voices. People have different points of view, and the Congress party then takes a position based on consensus. It is not a one-man dictatorship. It is not one voice that counts and says that this is good for you, this is good for us, follow it, my way or the highway. That's not how the Congress party functions. The Congress party functions in a democratic manner. Different voices are raised, different voices are heard, and ultimately a consensus view emerges.
Okay. So my last question to you is regarding this plea filed by the ADR pointed out that the final voting figures showed an increase of 6% and Supreme Court has asked the response from the Election Commission. But Election Commission told SC that it cannot upload Form 70C, which is the record of votes polled at a polling station, because there is no legal mandate to give it to anyone other than candidates and their agents. What is your opinion on this?
It is very unfortunate and it is tragic that the Election Commission, which is a constitutional body, it enjoys constitutional authority, has not displayed the independence and the professionalism that it should have displayed. People like T.N. Seshan, there have been people like Sukumar Sen going back to 1952. There have been James Michael Lingno. These distinguished civil servants have been tough, non-partisan election commissioners. But I'm afraid the reputation of this particular election commission has hit rock bottom, and they have not exercised their independence. They have not shown non-partisanship in the manner of their actions. And it's a matter of deep regret and deep concern that the Election Commission has behaved and is performing as a frontal organization of the BJP.
So can you give us some detail about how the Congress performance in the East, West, North and South?
No, I'm not going to get into individual states. All I can tell you is that in the states that we were wiped out in 2019, you will see that the Congress performance in 2024 will be hugely, hugely impressive.
If BJP claims to 400 पार, आपका क्लेम क्या है?
हमको स्पष्ट और निर्णायक बहुमत मिलेगा. जनादेश हमको स्पष्ट और निर्णायक जनादेश मिलेगा. और हम जब 400 पार की कहते हैं, हम भी 400 पार कहते हैं. और वो 400 पार क्या है? ये देखिए, हमारा गारंटी कार्ड है और इसमें लिखा है 400 रुपया प्रतिदिन, कम से कम मजदूरी. ये है 400 पार. 400 सीट नहीं, हर दिन श्रमिकों को 400 रुपया मिनिमम वेज. ये है कांग्रेस का 400 पार.
Okay. So we really appreciate your presence and the time you have given this evening despite your hectic schedule. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.